So you refuse to tell me where you're located. You refuse to tell me
That is
your
under threat,
address.
man. That is under threat over a speeding ticket when you kept arguing with other people. I've been on this call patiently waiting at work, patiently waiting. When I called because I got a reminder this
Disconnect him
morning
from the
out of
call. I'm not
town
going to
and I
allow
was
him to
trying to
disrupt these
reschedule this.
proceedings anymore. Missy,
I
disconnect
was
him.
trying to reschedule it. So
We are on the record in 2024 TR 1376, State of Kansas versus William Wayne Phillips with Jared Regier for the state. Mr. Phillips, in count one, you're accused of speeding 86 in a 65 mile per hour zone. That is a traffic infraction, no jail time, but a fine. And then count two, driving while your license was canceled, suspended, or revoked. That is a B misdemeanor normally, but the county attorney on August 1st of 2024 filed an amended information alleging that not only were you driving while suspended on May 21st of 24, but that you did have a prior driving while suspended conviction from August 23 in Wichita Municipal Court. That prior elevates us from a B to an
A. Where it gets real. The judge isn't just talking about a speeding ticket, she's laying out how his suspended license and prior conviction now mean mandatory jail time. Minimum 5 days, maximum up to a year. That's not something you can laugh off, and yet, watch how he tries to argue his way out.
Okay, well, they go by what the status was when you were driving. And I think if you had an attorney, he'd probably say, stop talking and wait to talk to him before you make any more statements. But you can waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself. You've heard me tell people all morning that you can hire an attorney if you cannot afford an attorney. You can apply and see if you qualify for court appointed. But now you told me you were the supervisor of a company there, so I'm not sure that you'd qualify, but you can always apply. You could waive your right though and represent yourself, and we can either set this for trial or give you some time to talk to an attorney. What would you like to do?
in the beginning, you said something about obtaining a license, though, because this is just
Oh,
a
you're
first
thinking
appearance,
about,
right?
okay, you're thinking about when I was talking to the group probably about diversion. If you get your license, you can maybe qualify for diversion. I'm not sure you'd be successful.
Right here, the judge even warns him, if you had a lawyer, they'd tell you to stop talking. And she's right, everything he says just digs the hole deeper. Instead of listening, he keeps trying to explain it away, like the rules don't apply. Classic mistake.
Back and forth with no license is because I have to feed a family. You know what I mean?
I
So,
understand what you mean.
and that's not an excuse. That's a reason. You know. So
Now, this part, it hits a little different. He admits he's been driving without a license because he has to feed his family. You can feel the human side, the struggle. But here's the reality, the court doesn't see that as an excuse, only as a violation.
An attitude, and I've had a bit of problem with you all day long. I'd suggest you kind of take a deep breath and try to get rid of the attitude, because then if you don't, you may cause me to have to get an attitude too. So,
well, likewise, take that deep breath. Do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Excuse me?
I said same. Do the same thing. Take that deep breath. Goose fraba.
All right, Mr. Phillips. Do you know what my title is?
I do, but that doesn't give you the right to belittle me or anybody else in your court. You know,
All right,
you have a code of conduct.
Okay,
you have to follow.
I am finding your conduct contemptuous because you're interfering and disrespecting the process and the court. You are hereby fined for direct contempt of court, $100 cash payable in 1 week to the clerk of the district court.
That's fine.
And if I have any more problem with you, it's going to go up a little bit more. And if I have any more problem with you, you can go to jail over it. You don't seem to be respecting or appreciating this court. You've drunk. I can't remember if I saw you smoking. You've eaten since this hearing started. You've rolled your eyes. You have just been totally inappropriate. You've complained that you can't be here when I tell you to, that it's inconvenient because you're maybe a couple hours away. Some of these people are in other states. I had someone from Australia on the docket here recently. So don't
But
tell
that's
me.
not this case. That's not this case. This is my case, not their case.
Yes, it is. And that's
No, it's-
$200 for contempt. You better get a clue who's in charge here and why you're here. It's because you were allegedly violating the law. I didn't go out and find you, and you are not to respect to any court or disrespect to any court that way. $200, Mr. Phillips, due in.
This is where things spiral. The judge warns him about his attitude, and instead of calming down, he challenges her. Rolling eyes, eating, smoking, all things she calls out. By the end, she slams him with contempt fines, starting at $100 and quickly doubling. When a judge says, "You better get a clue who's in charge here," that's game over.
August 21st, 2024, 9 a.m. You are to be in El Dorado, Kansas, at 201 West Pine, the Butler County Judicial Center, August 21st, 2024 at 9 a.m.
So you're making me appear under duress and coercion and threats of incarceration, pretty much. I'm just trying to understand this, because before you were willing to do it, and then you said I had a disrespectful attitude, but I've been listening to you, ma'am, all day, just drilling everybody. You know, I'm a supervisor on a construction crew, and I don't even drill my guys like that or their family members. I know this is being recorded, so I would like a copy of this because I'm going to take this to an attorney.
You are to be here in person at the Butler County Judicial Center, 201 West Pine, El Dorado, Kansas, 9 a.m., August 21, 2024. I have found you in direct contempt of court for your attitude, your comments, your disrespect, your
Explains that his behavior isn't just rude, it's actually delaying the court for everyone else. And she's right, courtrooms run on respect and order. Without that, the whole process breaks down.
You owe the court
I don't owe you nothing. I owe the court and the state of Kansas. See, that's your problem. You're taking your own personality into your law, and that's not appropriate. That is not appropriate. You were talking to some lady about her mother forgetting and then grilled her about her forgetting. That's not her mother's position.
$500 cash.
Can we hurry up and get this over with?
$500 cash for direct court.
That's fine.
$500 cash for direct court. And I am ordering you to surrender yourself by 2:30 today to the Butler County District Court. 2:30 today.
I cannot do that.
Well, then I'll send a sheriff out to get you.
Because you're putting your personality in this, man. I'm going to hire an attorney. I am going to get off this Zoom, and I want this sent to my email. I know your deputy is listening, and I demand this footage, because I'm going to take this and I'm going to...
This is the breaking point. He flat out accuses the judge of using her personality instead of the law. The judge instantly raises the contempt fine to $500 and orders him to surrender himself by the afternoon, or the sheriff's coming. That's one of the harshest reality checks you'll see.
The whole time...
All right, I've given you my order. Disconnect him from the call. He better be here, or the sheriff will go out.
I will not be there.
All right, the sheriff will
under threat of...
What is your address? Where are you located?
Threat of imprisonment.
Mr. Phillips, where are you located?
Not here.
You refuse to tell me your address and your location?
That is under threat and incarceration. I want my attorney present.
What company do you work for?
It is none of your business. You will be informed through my attorney.
And finally, the meltdown. He refuses to give his location, says he's under threat over a speeding ticket, and keeps trying to turn it back on the court. But by now, the judge has had enough. Disconnect. Sheriff inbound. That's how fast a speeding ticket escalated into jail time.